coming back this way. Hopefully we'll actually get through fast. What else goes on? I think that's it, actually. A couple years they had like Bill and last year's T6 over here, but I think this year. Yeah. Nice talking to you guys. Yeah, hey, nice to meet you. Take it easy.
Go. Don't lose your brother. We're right here by the chairs. Stick with the little ones. Ryan, don't lose your brother. Go. Go, Dad, go.
To the commanding officer of Naval Air Station Oceana, and let him welcome all of you. He is Captain James Webb. Welcome him. Hello, Skipper. Hi, Rob. Well, who all went to the show today? That's a pretty good number. Did you guys all go? Awesome. Well, thanks for coming down and continuing the party with us down here at the beach. We got another great night. Red Devils obviously just jumped in. We're going to introduce them, and the Blue Angels will be here shortly. We'll introduce them. So we had a great day today. If you had a really, really good time and you want to see that again tomorrow, then we'll have pretty good weather for you tomorrow as well, I think. Weatherman promises. So, appreciate you all being down here, and without further ado, we'll get right to the intros. Thank you again very much. Thank you, sir. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is a guy from the Red Devils who does commentary for them. Dave Wall, come on up, buddy. Welcome, Dave Wall from the Red Devils.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Virginia Beach. Thank you all very much for coming along. I'm going to go to the display. Let me introduce you to the guys. Please put your hands together. Give a huge round of applause for the world famous Parachute Regiment Freefall Display Team, the Red Devils. You come all the way from England, all the way from the UK, just to come and see you guys. We've been doing lots of displays down in NAS Oceana. They brought a jump here tonight, out onto the beach. We really hope you all enjoyed it. From the left to right, we've got Corporal Nathan Connolly, Corporal Ross Foster, Corporal Chris Sharman, Sergeant Jay Webster. It's his birthday today, give him a big cheer. That's Corporal Danny Kelly, that's Corporal Chris Davison, Corporal Dan Smith, and W2, Sergeant Major Chris McKenna. Not forgetting me, of course, Corporal Dave Wall, and Sergeant Mark Scobie, the cameraman. If any of you didn't hear it, we're all serving members of the British Army, and we're still serving now, can be called upon at any time to go serve back out Afghanistan alongside our greatest allies. We've come all the way here to do a display for you from England, do the display here tonight. Okay, yeah, please put your hands hands together. A huge big cheer, a round of applause for the Parachute Regiment Freeball Display Team, the Red Devils.
Thanks. Hey guys, let me share something with you. I have in my hand an RMO. This is a round metal object. Very important that everybody carries a round metal object when you're within when you're part of a military team. The history of this dates back, one of the things I read, to World War I, where a medallion saved the life of a man trying to escape the enemy. More recently, the tradition is that each unit or each base has his or its own or her or its own coin. You always carry it, particularly when you go to a place where adult beverages are served. Because if someone takes out a coin and wraps it on the table, should I do this? I wouldn't do this. Wraps it on the table, or even drops it, or slams it down on the table, that is a challenge. Everyone in the place has a minute to produce his or her coin. The person who does not have a coin buys the round. So, in fact, it has no individual monetary denominational value, but it is a very expensive thing not to have. However, if everybody produces a coin, the challenger buys the round. So, with that, I'm going to hand this back to Captain Webb, and he's got some presentations to make. There you go, sir.
Well, in commemoration of this year's air show, America's Navy answering the call to serve, this year's air show coin not only has the symbol of the air show and NAS Oceana on it, but on the back also has the oath that we take when we enlist or when we become officers. So with that, honored to have you guys, and thank you for being here, but present to you along the way. So thank you very much.
Notice the way it's presented. Presented in the handshake. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, the British Red Devils! Great stuff. Now, after each and every Blue Angels flight, there is a very, very detailed and very, very important safety debrief. They go over the minutia of every little bit of their demonstration. They know what they've done well, they know what that they've done not so well, and they know what they need to do to improve it for the next time. I gotta tell you, the Blue Angels are friends of mine, and they flew a superb show today. It was in November of 2006 that I was given the opportunity to get strapped in the back of Blue Angel number 4, the slot aircraft with Major Matt Shortle, one of the Marine Corps representatives on the team. It was the ride of my life. The narration for the Blue Angels says that there is 18 inches of wingtip to canopy clearance. That's the truth. And then in February of this year, I got strapped in the back of Blue Angel number 5 with Lieutenant Commander Frank Weiser, lead solo. That was the most violent ride I'd ever have in my life. I threw up in the bag in the jet. If they would ask me if I would like to do it again, knowing that I would puke in the bag in the jet, I would go again. But it taught me some very important things about the Blue Angels. Not only are they consummate professionals, but each and every man and woman on the team, officer and enlisted, each and every one of them is dedicated to the pride, professionalism, and perfection that is your United States Navy. May I introduce to you the commander and flight leader of the United States Navy's Blue Angels Flight Demonstration Team, Captain Greg McWhirter.
Good evening, folks. How you guys doing? I'll tell you, this is great. And, this is a far cry from the weather we had last year. For those few of you, I think there were 2 of you out here with us last year in the driving rain and the freezing temperatures. What a beautiful, beautiful weekend we have for a wonderful air show. You know, I want to thank you as a community. You know, the Blue Angels get a chance to travel the country. We spend about 300 days a year on the road, and our mission is to share with the American public the pride and professionalism of the United States Navy and the Marine Corps. Get out there, educate them on what their men and women in uniform are doing, and most importantly, hopefully, inspire some young men and women around here to maybe do our job 10 or 15 years from now. You know, our mission is very important, and we're very excited about it. The reason I tell you is because we need places to fly, and we're very fortunate that the Skipper Webb and the base here has opened up their doors, so not only we can have a venue to fly an air show, but so you as a community can come out and see firsthand what your men and women in uniform are doing. It's a great, great thing, I'll tell you. Listen, Virginia Beach is very special to us. You guys know that literally thousands of servicemen and women call this their home. It's much more than a duty station. This is where our kids go to school. This is where our families live. And most importantly, the community. You guys are the ones that take care of our families while we're gone and we're deployed. So this is one of our very favorite stops on the air show circuit, and it's great to be home. Little few of you know that of 130 sailors and Marines on the Blue Angels, almost all of us have either been stationed here or will be stationed here during our tour. So this is a very special chance for us to come home and show you what you do. So thanks, Skipper. Thanks, Corky and Tree and all the folks that have had a chance to put on this show. Now, before I introduce the officers of the 2010 Blue Angels, I want to talk to you a little bit about 110 men and women that really make it happen. There are enlisted men and women. It doesn't matter what service you're in, whether you're in the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, the Marine Corps, those men and women are the ones that make it happen. You know, we get the majority of the credit for the air show, but I'm here to tell you that a blue and gold jet does not fly unless an enlisted man or woman is up long before I get out of bed, make sure that jet's ready to go, and I'm here to tell you that they're also at work long after I leave, fixing the planes that I fly. So when you get a chance to see them on the street, you see them out at the air show, thank them for their service. They never get the recognition they deserve, but they're truly great Americans, so please give them a round of applause. The Blue Angel supply officer enlisted in the Navy over 21 years ago as an aviation stores keeper. He received his commission in 2003. He's from St. Catherine, Jamaica, by way of the Bronx, New York. Chief Warrant Officer Clive Dixon. The Blue Angel flight surgeon, our doctor, is a graduate of Yale University and an inter-service transfer from the U.S. Army. She's from Brooklyn, New York, Lieutenant Johanna Valentine. The Blue Angel maintenance officer has almost 27 years of proud naval service under his belt. He's from Baltimore, Maryland, Lieutenant Ted Thompson. Now, how many of the folks out there love Fat Albert? Yeah. You know, our C-130 is manned by an all-Marine air crew, and we're fortunate enough to have 2 of our pilots here tonight. The number 3 C-130 pilot is a graduate of the University of California, San Diego. He's from Ventura, California, Captain Ben Blanton.
Our number 1 C-130 pilot is on his 3rd year as a Blue Angel. He was formerly an enlisted man in the United States Marine Corps Reserve as a 60mm mortarman before receiving his commission through the PLC program at Auburn University. From Auburn, Alabama, Major Brendan Burks. Blue Angel number 8 is our events coordinator. She's a Wizzo from the F-18E Super Hornet community and spent a lot of time here in Virginia Beach flying F-14 Tomcats. She's a graduate of the University of Southern California from Carlsbad, California, Lieutenant Commander Amy Tomlinson. Blue Angel number 7 is our narrator. He's the voice of the Blue Angels. He's a graduate of the United States Naval Academy from Coon Rapids, Minnesota, Lieutenant C.J. Simonson. Now, like CJ, the next 5 gentlemen are all pilots of the Boeing F-18 Hornet. The next 5 individuals I'm going to introduce you to all fly in the demonstration with me. Blue Angel number 6 was last year's narrator. He's this year's opposing solo. He's also a graduate of the United States Naval Academy from Reading, Pennsylvania, Lieutenant Ben Walborn. Blue Angel number 5 is also on his 3rd year as a Blue Angel. He's this year's operations officer and lead solo. He's a graduate of the United States Naval Academy from Atlanta, Georgia, Lieutenant Commander Frank Weiser. Now, for those of you guys who follow the Blue Angels, you know Blue Angels 5 and 6 are the solo pilots. They demonstrate the max performance capability of the F-18 Hornets that you guys see flying around Virginia Beach every day. The next 3 individuals do the real flying with me and the Diamond. Blue Angel number 4 is our slot pilot. He's also our airborne safety observer. He's a graduate at Norwich University from Darien, Connecticut, and he's the Marine Corps representative in the Delta Formation, Major Chris Collins. Blue Angel number 3 flies on my left wing. He's a graduate of the United States Naval Academy from Statesville, North Carolina, Lieutenant Rob Curley. And last but not least, Blue Angel number 2. He flies on my right wing. He's a graduate of Florida State University from Orange Park, Florida, Lieutenant Commander Jim Tomaseski. Ladies and gentlemen, of all ages, I present to you Team Blue Angel 2010. Skipper, if you'll join me up here, please. Skipper, as I mentioned, it's always a pleasure for us to come back to Virginia Beach. This is our home. So many of our families live here, have lived here, and it's always great to be back. On behalf of 130 sailors and Marines who make up the Blue Angels, we appreciate the invitation as always, put on a first-class show, and to be here with the great folks of Hampton Roads is really an honor. So please accept our 2010 Cadillac. It's a picture of the Blue Angels flying over Big Sur, California last year.
Well, boss, thank you very much. You guys put on a great show today. We're looking forward to another great show tomorrow. And it's wonderful to have you all back here, really in the home of East Coast F-18 land. What a great day, and great to have you here. So thank you guys very much. Look forward to seeing you again. Thanks. Thank you, sir.
Team Blue Angel 2010. Ready, break?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed it. Kids, I'm going to have to now ask you to hop off the stage. We're going to bring 4-Star Edition back. Did you like the music you heard earlier? Yes, indeed. They're coming back. I would invite each and every one of you to come on out tomorrow to Naval Air Station Oceana. Gates open, boss, at 9 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. 0800, gates open, with lots of static display aircraft, lots of things to see. The flying begins at 10. The Blue Angels come on at 3. The weather looks like it's going to be perfect. Oh, how nice. And the Blues, the Captain Webb, and all of us would like to thank you for being such a great crowd this evening. We will see you at the air show tomorrow. Welcome back, 4-star edition.